Okay, this is a video review for assignment 12.5. We're continuing on with the progression in D minor. So here we have D minor. I've gone ahead and added the key signature, 1 flat, B flat, and I'm going to start by putting the bass line down. The sample progression is 1, 1, 6, 5, 1, and the first chord is D minor chord in root position. So the bass is a D. Okay. And as I did with the F major above, I'm going to have the top three voices in close position and have them stay together in close position as much as possible. So I'm going to start the soprano here, I think, on a D. Okay. And then the alto would be the next chord tone down, so that'll be an A. And then finally, the tenor is going to be on the F. Okay. I'm going to pull this down a little bit just so I have a little bit more room. Okay, great. Next, and I'm going to, I have a 1-6 here, okay? So that means that the bass is on the third of the chord, which is F, okay? And then let's try to keep common tones between these two positions. So I think I'm going to have the soprano stay on the D, okay? And then, you know what? Let's just have everyone stay put, okay? Because we're just changing spacing here between these two chords, okay? And here, the 1-6 chord, we're doubling the root, and that's not a tendency tone, so that's okay. So I think I'll just keep it like this. And it did change the spacing a little bit because the bass line moved, so I'll stick with that. Okay, next, it's a 5 chord in root position, so I'm going to put an A in the bottom there. And I'm going to keep common tones next. So I think I'm going to keep that common tone right there in the alto. It's an A. Okay. And then the other notes should go the closest distance from the previous chord tone. So here the D, I think I'm going to have it go down to a C sharp. Okay. Remember that this is a major 5 chord. Okay. So in D minor for major 5, the leading tone, we raise the leading tone. So here C natural becomes C sharp. Okay, and then for the tenor voice, I think I'll just have it go down to an E. Okay, so checking spacing looks good, range looks good. Okay, let's check our perfect intervals. So we have a perfect fifth from the bass to the tenor. Okay, and it's in contra motion, so that's perfectly fine. We have another perfect octave between the bass and the alto, and that's an oblique motion because the alto we're keeping that common tone, so also absolutely fine. Notice that good voice leading principles of keeping common tones, etc., really helps with keeping everything in check so you don't have parallel fifths or direct fifths and things like that. Okay, let's finish it up with our final chord. It's a D minor chord in root position, so that means that the D has to be in the bass. Okay, it's a 1 chord, no numbers here, which means root position. Okay, next let's keep common tones. So we have the A here in the alto between these two chords, so I'm going to keep that. Okay, and then let's resolve our tendency tones. Okay, so we have a C sharp here in the soprano, that's the leading tone, so that has to go to a D. So we resolve that leading tone, okay? And then the closest possible distance between the tenor and the next note, it would be going to an F. So it would resolve that way. So here, let's check our spacing. Looks good. Range looks good. And let's check our perfect intervals. We have an octave between the bass and soprano, and it's in contra motion. Terrific. We also have a perfect fifth between the bass and the alto, and that's an oblique motion. Also great. Okay, so that's a really good voicing of that 1-1-6-5-1 progression. Finally, in terms of TDT, contextual analysis, the 1 and 1-6, much like the F major above, okay, really is an extension of the tonic. So what I'm going to do is just call all of that. Let's see if I can do that. Oops. Let's just call all of that tonic. I'm just stealing it from the F major. And then here, the 5 obviously is the dominant, okay, and then the tonic here, ending with 1. Okay, so same thing here in the contextual analysis. T for the first 2 chords, D for the 5 chord, and T again for the 1 chord.